It was. It was. You know, I had a good experience working with Jerry Bruckheimer on The Rock, and he is somebody that welcomes character development, and I thought that with Conair I could do this again and try to find some way of doing more character work in action movies. And I have a tendency to do things in threes. I did 3 light romantic comedies, and I did 3 very dark, kind of intense dramas, and now I'm doing 3 of these, and now I'm moving on to a fantasy movie. So I mean, it's just, I want to be able to say at the end of my career that I did everything, that I tried everything, and I wasn't, you know, limited to one style or one kind of narrow-minded approach, that I want to do it all.
Are you pleased that you had even more public acceptance in the last couple of years than you have? And you had good public acceptance before, but I mean, it's kind of like gone to the next level. I mean, the awareness of Nicolas Cage is very high.
Well, of course, yeah. I think it's wonderful. I wanted to be here. This is what I worked hard to achieve. I'm very excited that more people will see the work, because I do feel I work hard on the characters.
Do you like the examination that you get sometimes? Yeah, I think that the tabloid things have been okay with you. You hadn't really been chased by them particularly, and they haven't been running you over in their car like they have been Arnold Schwarzenegger and some of that. But is the public side of the job a little bit more difficult for you, when people kind of wanting to know more about your personal life and that kind of thing? Does that bug you?
It's a balancing act, you know. I mean, certain days you say, well, gee, this isn't really a good day, and you don't go out, you know, and then when you feel like, okay, I'm in a pretty good space right now, you go out and you know you have an awareness of what can happen, and you just handle it with grace, hopefully. I mean, most of the time people are very warm, and they're more receptive to me now than they were 5 years ago, and there seems to be a sincere excitement, so most of the time it's a good feeling.
Isn't it kind of hard, though, to juggle your professional career, which is extremely demanding, a personal life, to have a relationship, being a dad, and doing everything else that's pulling at you? It's kind of hard to be in all those places at one time, isn't it?
Well, I would agree with that. I mean, it's something that I'm sort of learning as I go, how to divide my time. But as I said, I am, you know, it seems like I'm accountable in all different areas, so I have to try to be as responsible as I can be.
You ever get overwhelmed when you got all these people pulling at you that you just have to kind of step away for a little bit because it just gets nuts?
Yeah, sure, that can happen, and I have to, we all have our own sort of rituals that we do through the day to get through the day, and what I'll do is I'll, you know, continue my workouts, which are very good for stress and that sort of thing, and your private time that you have that you make sure you commit to, and you know, so there are different ways you can approach it.
Is being a dad still probably your best job?
Well, it's the most you know, important job that I have, and it is a 24-hour job. I mean, it's something I can never really relax about.
It brings you back to the real world too. Well, all this fantasy stuff that you live in all the time, that's the real stuff, though.
Well, it puts things in perspective, and it keeps me grounded. I mean, I know what is really important.
You want to ever direct and do that kind of thing, or you really want to be in front of the camera pretty much?
I've been very happy just acting, and I feel good about where I'm at right now with it, and it's been good for me. It's been a kind of a therapeutic kind of thing for me, a way to express myself. And directing, if I was going to do it, would only be to accentuate the acting. I would be in my own movie. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that yet.
Would you say mostly, you know, if people had to, say you got to sit next to somebody on an airplane you didn't know, is what you see pretty much what you get? Are you Nicolas Cage pretty much the same way today as you will be tomorrow, or are there a lot of different faces and sides?
I believe in being earnest, you know, and I try to, you know, speak honestly, but, you know, there are different moods and different faces and, you know, different sides to everybody, I would think. I mean, otherwise, I would imagine life could get pretty boring.